birthday celebration ideas, otherwise known as Lori's Birthday Bash. And yes, this is a multi-channel collab brought to you by our hostess, Lori Latimer, out at Lori Latimer's channel. There are several ladies that are helping make this collab run smoothly, and I will mention them down below in the description box. What I want to do is do a shout out for three amazing ladies that are near and dear to my heart, and those are Lori Latimer, Life with Lois, and Teresa from TEA, Teresa's channel. And these ladies have impacted my life more than they know, and they are birthday girls for the month of November. So happy birthday, ladies. Greatly appreciate your friendship. Love you all bunches. Before I get started with what I'm going to be doing for the birthday bash celebration, I welcome everyone. Thank you for joining me. My name is Mary, and I'm going to do a get ready with me. I'm going to do one eye on camera and then come back and show you the end results. Because I am going to work, I am going to keep it kind of on the neutral light side, work friendly. But let's go ahead and get started. And I am going to be using the Street Taco palette because I am going to be talking about birthdays in my culture and how they are celebrated even for a 1-year-old. So I'm going to go ahead and get started, and I will put the products that I use down below in the description box. So if you're interested in any of the products, I will link them down below. But I'm going to go ahead and get started with this one. Does not have a transition color. I'm gonna make it work. I will definitely make it work. So this is the palette, and I absolutely love the palette. It is amazing. It's very pigmented. It is a Glam Light palette, and I love it. So I'm going to go probably with this shade here. And like I said, they are highly pigmented, so I'm going to try and go with the light hand. Because like I said, I have to keep it work friendly. But let's talk about the background. The background is showing you a lot of cinema things. That is how I would celebrate my birthday nowadays. Dinner, a movie, just spending some time with friends and family. That would be my ideal thing. And by movie, if I'm going to include all of my family, we're actually looking at either renting a movie, watching it at home with everyone around, food, drinks, and by drinks I mean sodas, kid-friendly drinks. That would be the ideal type of party for me. Now let's go ahead and get into my culture. And my culture is one that celebrates, and we celebrate pretty much out there. I don't do it anymore. I did when my children were little, but we've since steered away a little from that. But our birthday parties consisted of getting a piñata, just a great variety of foods. We would feed a multitude of people. And now that I think about it, going back then, when I used to do the birthday parties for my children, we are talking about sometimes 100 people at a child's birthday party. And most of the people were friends or family actually, and then friends that they would bring. And yes, all of the family joined in those type of celebrations. I don't know why we don't do it now that we're adults. Everybody just seemed to have scattered and gone their own way. But I would have loved to come back and get that done and do it again, because it was an amazing time. Really pretty decorations. We always did the streamers and the balloons and pretty much just everything having to do with a party, the cake, and when I'm talking food, because I'm going to get back to food. When I am talking food, we are talking, we either did mole. Mole was one of the most, it was not that it was easiest, because it is a little time consuming, but you can make a little go a long way. Rice and beans were mostly going to be there, or for the most part, rice and beans were going to be there. But those days were amazing. The kids had fun, the adults had fun, and in those kind of parties, more times than not, there were adult beverages included. But nothing too major, and we never had fights break out at the kids' birthday parties. At least in my parties, we never had a fight break out, which to me is a great thing, because we are talking about children, and susceptible children, and they follow in everything that they see. But yeah, it was an amazing time. The piñata. The piñata, for some of you that do not know, is, and it could be any character nowadays. Back then, more times than not, it was in the shape of your favorite animal. So these were piñatas that we would get from Mexico, and we would get them from the people that were actually making them as we were there. So we had a variety to choose from and readily available, but we also sat there and watched them do them. I am one that had the opportunity to experience making piñatas, and they were a lot of fun. And nowadays they use glue and just pour out the liquid glue. Back then we would make our own glue, and we did that with water, flour, and don't ask me what else was in there, because I haven't made one in quite some time. But there was maybe one or two more ingredients. I think salt was a little bit of salt was one of them. And we would just mix it and mix it and mix it until it became liquidy, and that became the glue. And we would just dip our newspaper, because we would cut the shape of whatever we were going to use, and more times than not it was cardboard. But we would leave the opening for it, and by leaving the opening for it, we would allow for candy to be put in them. So we would cut the strips of newspaper and do a lot of gluing. We would dip it into the glue and then put it on our cardboard, whatever shape we had going on. We would do the cardboard thing, and it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. Very fun to make, much more fun to break. And I do have some pictures that I am going to leave at the end of the video with a just letting you see some adults as well. There are some children, but some adults as well hitting the piñata, me included. So some of those pictures will be in there. But this is the look that I'm going to do. Like I said, I'm keeping it as simple as I can. I love this palette, and I'm trying to do it as cultural as I can for my culture. But I will see y'all in a little bit, and I'll finish the look and finish the story. And here we are. I'm back. This is the look I was able to create. And once again, the palette that I used was the Street Taco palette from Glamlight. Not Glamlight, Glamlight. And these are the shades that I used. I used this one, which is pollo, which is chicken in English. And then I used in the inner corner guacamole. I used this one here, al pastor, which was along the lid. And then I used pico de gallo on the inside of my eye. 4 shades, that's all I used out of this palette to create a simple look. But there's going to be a word that I'm going to be using, and it's going to be the word popcorn. So use that in a sentence and you'll be set for the giveaway. Again, like I said, I was going to finish the stories, and with With us, most of the celebrations are basically a way of getting family together. That was usually when we got together. We never got together just for a simple movie night out or anything like that. More times than not, someone always had a party and someone was always going to have a celebration or a birthday. Someone was always going to have a birthday. And a celebration was sure to happen, and family get-togethers were sure to happen there as well. Like I said, friends and family were always gathered together to eat because we always had plenty of food. Yes, even for the 100 people that would show up at one time, we always had food to feed everyone. That is how we threw our parties. That is what we did. They supplied nothing but the birthday gift, and it was a blast. It was an absolute blast. Now, let's go ahead and get into the giveaway. And for the giveaway is going to be a birthday gift. So you're going to have a choice of a $20 or $25, I'm not sure how they sell them, gift card, either to Amazon or Ulta, that kind of thing, or 3 to 5 items in a box that I would send you out of things that I have in my stash. But that is all that I have on this absolute fabulous birthday bash that we got together to do. Once again, happy birthday, birthday ladies, for everyone whose birthday is in November. We celebrate you. Have a blast. Stay safe. And I will see y'all in the next video. Until then, stay safe, stay blessed, smile always. Bye.